Yeah, so welcome back guys. Today we are going to look on problem number 1.2 as yesterday we had discussed problem number 1.1. So this problem states that we are given two strings and we need to write a method to decide if one is the permutation of the other. So generally what a permutation means is basically that in any order if a string is or any data is given, it can be arranged in different number of ways by replacing the indices of it and so we need to check that if two given strings are permutations of each other. So let us create our file. I'm going to name it as check permute.cpp, and I'm going to comment out the question that we need to check if two given strings are permutation of each other. So a general approach would be for permutation, like for example, if we have a string s1 which was ABC, and if we had a string s2 that was CBA. So generally both of the strings are actually same and are permutations of each other because CBA can be arranged to form ABC and ABC can be rearranged to form CBA. So the general idea would be that we would be checking that if both the strings have the same length, then we would move further and then check the strings by sorting both the strings. If the strings were in number, they would be sorted ascending or in ascending order. If they were in alphabetics, like this in this case, then they would be sorted in chronological order. That would lead us to give two sorted strings, and if those strings would be same, then they would be permutations of each other. And if the lengths are not same, then they would not be permutations of each other in the first case. So let us start by writing a code. Yeah, so this function would again return have a return type of void because you would just be returning a statement, and I would name it as check permutation, and I'm going to pass it two strings s1 and string s2. So what we are going to basically do over here is that inside our function, what we need to do is that we first need to check that if the length of s1 is not equals to the length of s2, so we will simply print out that both strings are not the permutation of each other. And after that we will then use an else statement to see if they are that if they are of the same length, then we need to proceed further on. And in that case, what we need to do is that we need to first of all sort both of our strings first, and sort function is used in such a case that we need to pass two parameters. We need to pass the begin function for the string we need to sort and the end function for the string. And now we are going to again sort for s2, and now we can see that both of the strings are sorted. So then eventually we would now again check that if s1 is equals to s2, so if this check is true, then they would simply be permutations of each other. So we'll print out both strings are permutations of each other, and if and yeah, this should hold true for this case, and if this is not the case, then we would simply print out that both aren't permutations of each other. So we can now clearly see how this program works. It's a really simple program. We first of all check for the lengths, and if that is not the case, then they aren't obviously permutations of each other. And then we sort both of the strings and we see if they are equal, then they are permutations of each other, otherwise they are not. So now moving on to the main function to test our program. Yes, so we can simply create two strings str1 and str2, and over then we can take inputs for our strings str1 and str2, and then following we can simply pass these strings to the function. Our function's name is check permutation. We need to pass it str1 and str2. Yes, this should do the work, and now we would be testing our program. Yeah, for this case, first of all, I would be using the example strings that I use, which were A, B, C, and then my next string was B, A, C. Yeah, so both strings are permutations of each other, and if I enter any other string which cannot be rearranged to form back the original string, for example, C, D, E, and G, F, H, so they would obviously be not permutations of each other. Yeah, so that's it for this video, and now we would be seeing the next problem in the next video, which would be 1.3. And I hope you guys liked the video. Do like, share, and subscribe my channel.